see that shirt. So after Ava and I had our morning breakfast at our place in Kimberley, we got back into the Land Rover and started heading up towards Invermere to see Eloisa, who had requested us to take the Land Rover up to Paridise that day. We later found out that nobody else was coming out that day, so I made the decision to switch over to the Jeep, being brand new and more reliable, which turned out to be a good thing, because on the very next trip I took the Land Rover up to McDonald and we had some issues there. We blew the radiator drain plug and lost all the coolant going up. So although that worked out okay, on the way back down we did a bush fix and it was all good. I'm glad that didn't happen with just Eloisa and Ava and myself going up to Paridise. So yeah, turned out to be a good call. After a couple of short stops to pick up Eloisa, go get gas, and do some steak shopping, we were off to the trailhead. And here we are airing down. Got my A-flater here. Right, Ava? And my E-flater. And I guess I better put the camera down and start deflating before I get in trouble. Alright, we're all deflated down to about 17 psi around all vehicle, all the tires. And battery's at 1% because we use the batteries getting here and driving around town and all this other stuff. So now what we're going to do is go to e-save mode and we'll put it on battery charge, and we're going to run the engine as we go up the mountain, and then as we reach the top I'll switch back to electric mode, and then hopefully we'll get to the top of the mountain, be back to about 1% so that we can make energy coming back down again. That's the idea. This time we're heading back up into the Alpine, and this road is not blowing up on YouTube, so I'm going to keep it a secret. So those who know,
and those who don't, well, sorry guys, but looks like the smoke in the area is really bad, so I don't even know if we're going to get much of a view when we get to the top of this one. And I guess that remains to be seen, but it's not looking good right now. Hopefully we can see something, but we're going to go up and we're going to make some stakes at the top, hang around, and yeah, hopefully we will have something to see when we get up to the top. I don't know, crossing my fingers. And one more thing about this, we're doing this solo with one vehicle, so we've made some calls, and it's funny because I contacted probably about, I'm guessing about 15 people, 15 friends that just couldn't make it today. So we're we're on our own. We got Eloisa and my daughter Ava, and so yeah, we're not taking no for an answer here on this day. We're just gonna hammer, and we'll make it to the top and hopefully back down. And yeah, we should be back in time. I think they're gonna send SAR out for us if we don't show up by about midnight. So that's cool.
I called Dave. Dave said no. I called Jim. Jim said no. I called Alex and Leslie. They said no, no, no. Nobody wants to go. They all said no. They all said no. They all said no. Who's coming to Invermere? Invermere, Invermere. Where's Invermere? Dave and Kylie said no. Our Toyota is broken, Invermere. Jay said he's working. Jen said she was heartbroken, man. Jared Deep was talking, and Dan was busy twerking. I called Chris, who was waiting on parts, and Jared, who couldn't afford the gas. Well, shit. Kyle said I'm gonna pass. We going alone. We going alone. We going alone. Buying steaks. We gonna have a feast. We gonna go wheeling in Invermere. My dear, I'm gonna make steaks on the hill, above the trees, in the clouds, in the clouds. We'll do it right and without the crowd. Just us. We won't take no for an answer. We won't take no for an answer. We won't take no for an answer. I called Dave. Dave said no. I called Jim. Jim said no. I called Alex and Leslie. They said no, no, no. Nobody wants to go. They all said no. They all said no. They all said no. Who's coming to Invermere? Invermere, Invermere. Where's Invermere? Where's Invermere? Dave and Kylie said no.
So at this point, through the smoke, we've got some gorgeous views. And the road is turning into a shelf road here. A little bit sketchy going down there. And on up there. So there's some exposure on this road for sure. Gotta be careful.
Toyota is broken. Jay said he's working. No fish, he was heartbroken. Jared Deep was token, and Dan was busy twerking. I called Chris, who was waiting on parts, and Jared, who couldn't afford the gas. Well, shit. Kyle said I'm gonna pass. We going alone. We going alone. We going alone. I'm buying steaks. We gonna have a feast. We gonna go wheeling in Invermere. My dear, I'm gonna make steaks on the hill, above the trees, in the clouds, with the clouds. We'll do it right and without the crowd. Just us. We won't take no for an answer. We won't take no for an answer. We won't take no for an answer.
So out of all the 4x4 adventures that I've done, I would put this one at one of the top places that I've been to. Even though it's so easy to get to, it's only 2.5 hours from the valley floor, and the road is in extremely good condition the whole way up. The only real pucker point is at the top, where it's steep and exposed. But other than that, what a great place to go. And everyone I've brought up there, they're just jaw dropped when they get to the top. Myself, still, every time I get there, I feel like I'm on another planet when I get to the top. It's just really, really a stunning place to be. Alright, so these next few pictures are of myself sulking because I promised alpine steak dinner for my daughter and Eloisa, and someone, being me, forgot the barbecue hose to hook the tank to the actual barbecue. So, right at the moment that Ava was so stoked to have these steaks up in the alpine there, beautiful ribeye steaks that we had bought, there were no steaks to be cooked. She could have had it raw, that's about it. So we weren't going to do that. So we ended up having to go back down hungry, and the only thing we had were some Mr. Noodles and a couple of staples that I had in my pantry box in the back of the Jeep, which all of that stuff is about a year old too, so that didn't help much. But yeah, we weren't going to be cooking anything. We were just going to get back in the Jeep, and I think we had some chocolate bars, so we ate a couple chocolate bars on the way down, and ended up going for dinner. I think we hit fast food. We hit Dairy Queen later on that night, because we were so out of time. It was late. We wanted to go for Chinese, but the Chinese place was closed. So we ended up going for Dairy Queen. And man, did I ever feel bad about that. All right, we're at the top of the hill here, and we're at 34% and in 4 low electric mode. And it's all red because I don't have my seatbelt on yet. But what we're going to do is go down in max regen mode. And what this will do is give me basically one pedal control without even using the hill descent cruise control. I'll have basically one pedal control coming down, and we're going to be capturing as much energy as possible. Now, if I shut that off and went with just a regular regen mode, then I would be forced to use the brakes for the most part, because we'd be going too fast. And then when I use the brakes, yes, there's a lot of regen happening, but there's also a lot of energy being lost to the brakes. So this way, with max regen on, we'll barely touch the brakes going down, and we'll be capturing the maximum amount of that energy.
Scary.
I gotta put my seatbelt on. Oh, what's that from? So I'm not even touching the brakes.
Pricked my head.
Oh my gosh.
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my gosh. So not even touching the brakes at all.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
All right, we've made it back to the pavement, and we got 15%. So I'll have to calculate the mileage, but that's basically driving over an hour in pure electric mode. And yeah, we're at the bottom, and we actually lost a little bit of battery power, but not too bad. All the way back to town, right from the high alpine without touching the gas motor once. Well, we ended up going all the way from the very high alpine right back into town here without touching the gas engine at all. And started around 36% and we ended at about 6% by the time we got into town. So, yeah, if we had a full battery at the top, then would have been a pretty minor loss on total. But yeah, didn't have to touch the gas engine at all the entire way back down. So over an hour after. I couldn't find out what the time is, but just by my pictures, I think it was about 2 hours. About an hour and a half, somewhere around there. And yeah, awesome. It was a good trip.
Where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.